Success is a Mindset, How to Think Like a Winner, written and published by Echo Tales. Introduction. Success isn't a matter of luck or chance, it's a mindset. The way you think shapes the way you live. In this book, we're going to dive deep into what it means to think like a winner. You'll discover how small shifts in your thinking can lead to extraordinary changes in your life. Throughout this journey, you'll learn the key principles that successful people use every day. You'll understand how to overcome obstacles, set powerful goals, and keep moving forward, even when faced with challenges. Success starts from within, and it all begins with your mindset. By the end of this book, you'll have the tools to build unshakable confidence, stay motivated, and transform your dreams into reality. You'll know exactly how to think like a winner, not just for a moment but for the rest of your life. So, are you ready to unlock your full potential? Let's get started. Chapter 1. The Power of Mindset. Your mindset is the foundation for everything you do in life. It determines how you react to challenges, how you view success, and even how you feel about yourself. Without the right mindset, even the most talented and hardworking individuals can struggle to achieve their goals. But with the right mindset, you can overcome any obstacle, turn setbacks into comebacks, and reach heights that once seemed impossible. Think about the most successful people in the world: athletes, entrepreneurs, leaders. What sets them apart? It's not just their talent or luck, it's their mindset. A winning mindset empowers them to keep pushing forward, no matter how difficult the road may be. It drives them to take risks, learn from mistakes, and keep improving. But what exactly is a mindset? In simple terms, mindset is the way you think. It's your mental attitude toward challenges, opportunities, and life in general. There are two key types of mindsets that will come up throughout this book: the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. People with a fixed mindset believe their abilities, intelligence, and talents are static. They think you either have it or you don't. So when they face a setback or failure, they view it as a sign of their inability and often give up. They are stuck in a cycle of self-doubt and fear of failure, preventing them from reaching their full potential. On the other hand, people with a growth mindset believe that their abilities and intelligence can be developed over time through hard work, dedication, and learning. They view challenges as opportunities to grow and see failure as a stepping stone to success. When they face setbacks, they don't quit. They learn from them and keep moving forward. To illustrate this, let's take the example of Michael Jordan, often considered one of the greatest basketball players of all time. In high school, Jordan was cut from the basketball team. Can you imagine? The player who would later become a six-time NBA champion was once considered not good enough. But instead of accepting failure, Jordan used it as motivation to work harder. He didn't let a single setback define him. Instead, he adopted a growth mindset, constantly improving his skills, learning from his mistakes, and persevering through the tough times. He famously said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times, I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." Jordan's story isn't just about basketball, it's about the power of mindset. It's a reminder that failure is not permanent, it's a part of the journey. It's how you respond to failure that determines your success. The growth mindset teaches us that we are never defined by our failures, but by how we rise above them. Now you might be wondering, how can I shift my own mindset to become more successful? It starts with awareness. Recognizing the power of your mindset is the first step toward changing it. Let's break down the steps you can take to develop a winning mindset, starting with the foundation. 1. Believe in your potential. The first step toward cultivating a winner's mindset is believing in your potential. If you don't believe you can achieve something, then you won't put in the effort required to make it happen. This belief is the fuel that drives your actions. Take Oprah Winfrey as an example. She faced a tough upbringing and was told she wasn't good enough to succeed in television. But Oprah had an unshakable belief in her potential. She worked tirelessly to hone her skills, and despite many obstacles, she eventually became one of the most influential women in the world. Her success wasn't handed to her, it was earned, and it all started with believing in herself. So to shift your mindset, start by believing that you have the ability to succeed. It might take time, but once you believe in your potential, everything else starts to fall into place. Confidence in your abilities will push you to take risks and seize opportunities you may have once thought were beyond your reach. 2. Embrace challenges. A winner's mindset sees challenges as opportunities, not obstacles. Rather than avoiding difficult situations, you should face them head-on. When you embrace challenges, you open yourself up to growth and new possibilities. Consider Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before successfully inventing the light bulb. Edison famously said, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His mindset was focused on the opportunity to learn with every failure. He didn't view each failure as an end, but as part of the process. His resilience in the face of challenge is what ultimately led to his groundbreaking success. When you embrace challenges, you stop fearing failure. You start seeing it as a valuable part of your learning process. With each challenge, you build the strength and experience you need to succeed in the long run. 3. Stay focused on your goals. A winner's mindset is laser-focused on their goals. They know where they're going, and they don't get distracted by the obstacles along the way. Focus is critical in maintaining the momentum needed for success. Take Elon Musk, the founder of Tesla and SpaceX. Musk has faced numerous setbacks, financial challenges, public criticism, and technical failures. But he's never lost focus on his ultimate goal to revolutionize the transportation industry and make life multiplanetary. Musk's ability to stay focused on his vision despite constant challenges has been key to his remarkable success. To develop this mindset, get clear on your own goals. Write them down, break them into smaller, actionable steps. Keep your eyes on the prize, and don't let distractions take you off course. Staying focused will keep you moving forward, even when times are tough. 4. Learn from your mistakes. Mistakes are inevitable. What matters is how you respond to them. A winner's mindset sees mistakes as lessons to be learned. Instead of dwelling on failures, you should analyze them, learn from them, and adjust your approach. For instance, Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination. He faced rejection after rejection when trying to pitch his ideas. But instead of giving up, he took those rejections as feedback and used them to refine his vision. Disney's mindset of learning from his mistakes led to the creation of one of the most beloved entertainment empires in the world. When you stop blaming yourself for mistakes and start seeing them as learning opportunities, you begin to grow. Mistakes don't define you. How you respond to them does. 5. Surround yourself with positive influences. Your mindset is influenced by the people around you. If you surround yourself with negative, pessimistic people, it will be much harder to maintain a positive, growth-oriented mindset. On the other hand, when you surround yourself with supportive, positive individuals, you'll be more motivated and encouraged to succeed. Think about Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple. Jobs surrounded himself with people who challenged him and pushed him to think bigger. His ability to build a team of talented, visionary individuals helped Apple become the powerhouse it is today. So to cultivate a winning mindset, surround yourself with people who inspire and encourage you. Build a network of individuals who believe in growth and who push you to achieve more than you ever thought possible. Your mindset is the key to unlocking your potential. A winner's mindset is not about being perfect or never failing. It's about how you think, respond, and grow through the challenges you face. With a growth mindset, you can achieve anything. You can turn setbacks into comebacks and failure into success. So start today. Believe in your potential. Embrace challenges. Stay focused on your goals. Learn from your mistakes. Surround yourself with positivity. The power of mindset is in your hands, and it will guide you towards success. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to shift your perspective and begin seeing opportunities where others see obstacles. The journey to success starts with a single step, and that step begins with the power of mindset. Chapter 2. Shifting your perspective. Your perspective shapes how you experience the world around you. It influences how you respond to challenges, view opportunities, and interact with others. The way you see things is not always the way they truly are. A shift in perspective can turn a negative situation into a positive one, transform a roadblock into a learning opportunity, and open your eyes to new possibilities that were once hidden. But how do you shift your perspective? How can you learn to see things differently, and in doing so change your approach to life, work, and success? In this chapter, we'll explore the power of perspective and how making small changes in the way you think can create big results. 1. Understanding the power of perspective. At any given moment, we are all looking at the world through a lens that's shaped by our past experiences, beliefs, values, and expectations. The way we interpret events, people, and situations is influenced by this lens. But just like wearing sunglasses, sometimes our perspective can distort the truth. We may see things as darker or more difficult than they actually are. Our negative experiences can cloud our judgment, and we may start to see the world as a place full of obstacles rather than opportunities. Take Albert Einstein as an example. He once said, "The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results." Einstein understood the importance of changing your perspective to solve problems. If you keep looking at a challenge from the same angle, you'll keep getting the same results. The key to success is learning to shift your perspective, seeing things in a new light, and finding new solutions. Changing your perspective is about breaking free from the lens of limitations and embracing a broader, more open-minded view. It's about choosing to see opportunities, growth, and potential even when things seem difficult. 2. Reframing negative situations. One of the most powerful tools in shifting your perspective is reframing. Reframing involves changing the way you look at a situation, turning it from negative to positive or from an obstacle to an opportunity. For example, let's say you've just been passed over for a job promotion. Naturally, you might feel disappointed or frustrated. But instead of focusing on what you've lost, try to reframe the situation. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? What can I improve on for next time? Perhaps the promotion wasn't the right fit for you after all. Maybe it's an opportunity to explore other roles or improve your skills. Reframing allows you to take control of the situation instead of letting the situation control you. It helps you turn setbacks into stepping stones toward future success. Reframing works because it allows you to break free from the story you're telling yourself about a situation. Rather than seeing it as a failure, you start seeing it as part of a larger journey, a journey of growth and improvement. 3. Seeing opportunities in challenges. When faced with challenges, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. It's natural to want to avoid pain, failure, or discomfort. But what if you could see those challenges as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles? The story of J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series, is a perfect example. Before finding success, Rowling was rejected by multiple publishers. She was a single mother living on welfare, struggling to make ends meet. Yet she didn't let those challenges define her. She didn't see them as reasons to quit. She saw them as opportunities to grow, to improve her writing, and to keep pushing forward. She famously said, "Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life." Rowling's ability to see opportunity in her struggles was a key factor in her eventual success. She used her challenges to fuel her passion and determination. Rather than letting adversity defeat her, she used it to rise higher. When you shift your perspective and begin to see opportunities in every challenge, you take away the power that obstacles have over you. Instead of shrinking from difficulties, you embrace them as chances to learn, adapt, and become stronger. 4. Adopting a solution-oriented mindset. Shifting your perspective also involves adopting a solution-oriented mindset. Instead of dwelling on problems, focus on solutions. Ask yourself, how can I fix this? Or what is one small step I can take today to improve the situation? This mindset shift is crucial for moving forward. It allows you to maintain a sense of control over your circumstances even when things feel uncertain. A solution-oriented mindset empowers you to take action rather than passively waiting for things to change. For instance, imagine you've just experienced a failure in a project at work. Instead of thinking, "I'm terrible at this and I'll never succeed," shift your focus to what can be done next. Ask yourself, what went wrong and what can I do differently next time? This shift in perspective opens up a world of possibilities. It allows you to stay proactive and motivated, even in the face of setbacks. By consistently focusing on solutions, you can navigate challenges with a sense of confidence and optimism. 5. The importance of gratitude. Another powerful way to shift your perspective is by practicing gratitude. Gratitude forces you to look at the positive aspects of your life, no matter how small. It helps you see the good in every situation, even when things aren't going perfectly. Research shows that practicing gratitude can lead to increased happiness, improved mental health, and better physical health. It shifts your perspective from focusing on what's wrong to focusing on what's right. Take a moment each day to reflect on what you're grateful for. Whether it's your health, your relationships, your work, or even the simple joys of life, focusing on gratitude can drastically change your mindset. When you start each day with a sense of gratitude, it becomes easier to approach challenges with a positive outlook. 6. Changing your narrative. Your narrative is the story you tell yourself about who you are and what's possible for you. It's shaped by your past experiences, but it doesn't have to be limited by them. If you want to shift your perspective, you need to change your narrative. For example, if you often tell yourself that you're not good enough or that success is out of reach, that story will hold you back. But when you change the narrative to one of possibility and growth, you open yourself up to new opportunities. Consider Oprah Winfrey again. She could have let her difficult childhood define her story, but instead she rewrote her narrative. She changed the story from one of struggle to one of triumph and success. She took control of her future, deciding that her past would not limit her potential. Changing your narrative means taking ownership of your story and rewriting it with an empowering perspective. It's about deciding who you want to be and believing that you have the power to create that future. Shifting your perspective is one of the most powerful tools you can use to achieve success. It's not about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about seeing things differently, turning obstacles into opportunities, and focusing on solutions rather than problems. When you shift your perspective, you open yourself up to growth, learning, and transformation. You stop seeing life as a series of roadblocks and start seeing it as a journey full of possibilities. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to believe in yourself and build the confidence that is essential for success. With the right mindset and perspective, you can achieve anything. Chapter 3. Believing in yourself. Belief in yourself is the foundation of every success story. Without self-belief, even the most talented and capable individuals can struggle to achieve their goals. It's not always about what you can do, it's about what you believe you can do. When you believe in yourself, you unlock your true potential. You begin to trust your abilities, take risks, and step outside your comfort zone, knowing that even if you fail, you can learn and grow. In this chapter, we're going to explore the power of self-belief. We'll look at how it influences your actions, how you can cultivate it, and how it's the key to overcoming obstacles and achieving lasting success. 1. The importance of self-belief. Self-belief is the driving force behind all great achievements. When you believe in yourself, you develop the confidence to pursue your dreams and goals. You take on challenges that others might shy away from, and you approach each new experience with the mindset that success is possible. Think about Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb. He faced countless failures and setbacks, but he never gave up. Instead, he believed in his ability to succeed, no matter how many times he failed. He famously said, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison's belief in himself and his ideas pushed him to keep going, even when everything seemed impossible. Self-belief is what turns ideas into reality. Without it, you might never take the first step toward your goals, but with it, you become unstoppable. It's the difference between trying something new and staying in your comfort zone, between giving up after a setback and trying again until you succeed. 2. How self-doubt holds you back. While self-belief is powerful, self-doubt can have the opposite effect. It causes you to second-guess your abilities and shy away from opportunities that could lead to success. When you doubt yourself, you become paralyzed by fear, constantly wondering if you're good enough, capable enough, or worthy enough to succeed. Self-doubt can be subtle. It might show up as hesitation before making decisions, or a constant inner voice telling you, you can't do this or this is too hard. But self-doubt isn't an obstacle you have to accept. It's a mindset that can be changed with the right strategies and mindset shifts. One of the most effective ways to combat self-doubt is to focus on your strengths. Reflect on your past successes, no matter how small they may seem. Celebrate the skills, talents, and qualities that have helped you get to where you are today. Remind yourself of the times when you overcame challenges or achieved something you didn't think was possible. The more you recognize your own capabilities, the easier it becomes to believe in yourself. 3. Overcoming negative self-talk. Negative self-talk is one of the most common barriers to self-belief. The inner dialogue we have with ourselves often shapes how we see the world. If your thoughts are filled with negativity and self-doubt, it becomes nearly impossible to take positive action toward your goals. For instance, if you constantly tell yourself, "I'm not good enough, I'll never make it," or "this is too difficult," those thoughts will hold you back. Your mind will start to believe what you tell it, and your actions will reflect that belief. The key to overcoming negative self-talk is to challenge those thoughts. Instead of accepting them as truths, question their validity. Ask yourself, is this really true, or what evidence do I have to support this thought? For example, if you think, "I'm not good enough to start my own business," counter that thought with something like, "I have the skills and determination to make it work, and I'll learn what I don't know along the way." Replacing negative thoughts with positive, empowering ones helps to build your confidence and strengthen your belief in yourself. 4. Building self-belief through action. Self-belief doesn't just come from thinking positively, it comes from taking action. When you take consistent, intentional action toward your goals, you prove to yourself that you are capable. Each small step forward builds momentum, strengthens your confidence, and reinforces your belief that you can achieve anything. Take Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as an example. Before becoming a Hollywood star, he was a struggling football player. He faced numerous setbacks and rejections, but he refused to let those define him. Instead of letting failure keep him down, he focused on what he could control, his work ethic. Through years of dedication and hard work, he eventually became one of the most successful actors and entrepreneurs in the world. His self-belief wasn't just built on hope, it was built on action, perseverance, and the confidence that came with showing up every day and putting in the work. You can do the same. Start small, take action, and celebrate each step of progress along the way. As you see the results of your efforts, your self-belief will grow stronger. 5. Surrounding yourself with supportive people. Your environment plays a crucial role in shaping your belief in yourself. If you surround yourself with people who uplift and support you, your self-belief will naturally grow stronger. On the other hand, if you spend time with people who criticize, discourage, or belittle you, it can erode your confidence and reinforce your self-doubt. Look at Steve Jobs and the people he surrounded himself with during the early days of Apple. Jobs carefully selected a team of talented, visionary people who shared his belief in what Apple could become. Their support and shared vision helped propel Apple to greatness. Jobs didn't just believe in his own potential, he surrounded himself with people who believed in him too. To build your own self-belief, surround yourself with people who inspire you, encourage you, and believe in your potential. Seek out mentors, friends, and colleagues who are supportive of your dreams and goals. Positive, supportive relationships reinforce your confidence and push you to be the best version of yourself. 6. Visualization, seeing yourself succeed. Another powerful tool for building self-belief is visualization. Visualization is the practice of mentally picturing yourself achieving your goals. When you visualize success, you create a mental image of what it looks and feels like to reach your dreams. This process not only boosts your confidence, but also helps you stay focused and motivated on the path to success. Take a moment each day to visualize yourself succeeding in your goals. Picture the actions you need to take, the obstacles you will overcome, and the feelings of pride and accomplishment you'll experience once you reach your destination. The more vividly you can see your success, the stronger your belief in yourself will become. 7. The power of affirmations. Affirmations are another powerful tool for building self-belief. An affirmation is a positive statement that you repeat to yourself daily. It could be something like, I am capable, I am worthy of success, or I have the strength to overcome any challenge. Repeating these affirmations helps to reprogram your subconscious mind, replacing self-doubt with self-belief. Start your day by saying affirmations out loud or writing them down. The more you affirm your own worth and capabilities, the stronger your belief in yourself will become. Over time, these positive statements will become your truth, helping you stay confident in the face of challenges. Believing in yourself is the key to unlocking your true potential. When you believe in your abilities, you take bold action, overcome challenges, and achieve your dreams. It's the foundation of every success story. The journey to self-belief isn't always easy. It requires overcoming self-doubt, negative thoughts, and external criticism. But with consistent effort, self-reflection, and a commitment to growth, you can cultivate a deep, unwavering belief in yourself. In the next chapter, we'll explore the importance of setting goals and how the right goals can propel you towards success. But remember, without belief in yourself, even the best goals won't matter. Start by believing that you can achieve anything, and everything else will follow. Chapter 4. Setting Goals Like a Winner. Setting goals is one of the most powerful tools you have for achieving success. But not all goals are created equal. To truly succeed, you must learn how to set goals that inspire you, challenge you, and propel you toward the future you want to create. The difference between a dream and a goal is simple. A dream is something you hope for, while a goal is something you actively work toward. And if you want to think like a winner, you need to be intentional about your goals and how you pursue them. In this chapter, we'll explore how to set goals like a winner. You'll learn the importance of clarity, how to set actionable steps, and how to stay motivated even when things get tough. By the end, you'll have a clear blueprint for setting goals that not only drive you forward but also ensure you stay on track to achieve them. 1. The power of clarity. Clarity is the foundation of any successful goal. When your goal is clear and specific, it becomes easier to plan your actions and measure progress. Without clarity, you're left with vague intentions that are hard to execute. You might say, I want to be successful, but that's not specific enough. Success can mean different things to different people. For one person, it may mean financial freedom, while for another it may mean personal growth or career advancement. To set a goal like a winner, you need to make it as specific as possible. Ask yourself, what exactly do I want to achieve? The clearer your goal, the easier it will be to stay focused and motivated. For instance, instead of saying, I want to lose weight, a clearer goal would be, I want to lose 10 kilograms in the next 6 months by exercising 3 times a week and eating a balanced diet. This goal is specific, measurable, and provides a clear plan of action. When your goal is clear, it gives you direction and helps you prioritize your time and energy toward achieving it. 2. The SMART Goal Framework. One of the most effective methods for setting clear, actionable goals is the SMART framework. SMART stands for specific. Your goal should be clear and detailed. Measurable. You should be able to track your progress. Achievable. Your goal should be realistic and attainable. Relevant. Your goal should align with your long-term aspirations. Time-bound. Set a deadline for achieving your goal. Let's look at an example. Suppose you want to write a book. Instead of setting a vague goal like I want to write a book, make it SMART, specific. I want to write a book about personal development. Measurable. I will write 500 words every day. Achievable. I will dedicate 1 hour each morning to writing. Relevant. Writing this book will help me establish myself as a thought leader. Time-bound. I will finish the first draft in 90 days. Using the SMART framework, Your goal is no longer just a dream. It's a plan you can execute with clear steps and deadlines. This structure ensures you stay on track and don't lose focus along the way. 3. Break goals into smaller, actionable steps. Once you've set a clear goal, the next step is to break it down into smaller, actionable steps. Big goals can seem overwhelming at first, but when you break them down into manageable tasks, they become more achievable. For example, if your goal is to run a marathon in 6 months, you might start with smaller milestones, like running 5 kilometers a week for the first month, then increasing it to 10 kilometers, and so on. These smaller steps allow you to build momentum, celebrate small wins, and stay motivated as you move toward the larger goal. When you break your goals into smaller tasks, you also make it easier to track your progress. You can see how much you've accomplished and what still needs to be done. This not only keeps you focused but also boosts your confidence as you tick off each task along the way. 4. Stay flexible and adaptable. Even with the best laid plans, things don't always go according to schedule. Life is unpredictable, and obstacles will inevitably arise. The key to success is not in rigidly sticking to your plan no matter what, but in remaining adaptable and willing to adjust when necessary. Consider Elon Musk, the founder of Tesla and SpaceX. Musk has faced numerous setbacks and failures, but instead of abandoning his goals, he adjusted his approach. When Tesla was struggling to meet production targets, Musk shifted his focus to improve manufacturing processes, working longer hours, and even building a new production line. His ability to adapt and persevere in the face of challenges has been a driving force behind Tesla's success. When setting goals, it's important to remain flexible. If something isn't working, don't be afraid to change your approach. The road to success is rarely a straight line, and sometimes the best course of action is to pivot and try something new. 5. Overcoming obstacles and staying motivated. Setbacks are a natural part of the journey to success, but they don't have to stop you from achieving your goals. The key to overcoming obstacles is maintaining a strong sense of motivation. To stay motivated, it's essential to remember why you set the goal in the first place. Keep your why at the forefront of your mind. Is it for personal growth, financial freedom, to make a difference in the world? When you remind yourself of the deeper purpose behind your goal, it becomes easier to stay focused even when the road gets tough. Take Michael Jordan, for example. His career is filled with moments of adversity, from being cut from his high school basketball team to enduring crushing defeats in the NBA Finals. But Jordan's motivation never wavered. He used every setback as fuel to push harder and prove himself. His relentless determination and love for the game kept him going, ultimately leading him to 6 NBA championships. When you face obstacles, don't give up. Instead, use them as opportunities to learn, grow, and improve. Keep your eye on the prize, stay motivated, and take consistent action toward your goal, even when things seem difficult. 6. Accountability and support. Accountability is a powerful motivator. When you share your goals with others, you create a sense of responsibility to follow through. Telling someone about your goal makes it more real, and knowing that someone is cheering you on can give you the extra push you need. Find an accountability partner, whether it's a friend, mentor, colleague. Share your goals with them and ask them to check in on your progress regularly. Knowing that someone else is invested in your success can be a game changer. You can also join groups or communities with similar goals, whether it's a fitness group, a writing group, or a business mastermind. Being surrounded by like-minded individuals provides both support and motivation. When you see others working toward their goals, it inspires you to keep going as well. 7. Celebrating small wins. Achieving your ultimate goal is the destination, but the journey matters too. Celebrate the small wins along the way. Every step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your ultimate goal. When you hit a milestone, whether it's completing a task or reaching a mini goal, take time to celebrate. Acknowledge your progress and reward yourself for the hard work you've put in. These small celebrations will help you stay positive, motivated, and energized throughout your journey. For example, if your goal is to write a book and you've just completed a chapter, take a moment to celebrate that accomplishment. You don't need to wait until the final page is written to acknowledge your progress. Setting goals like a winner is about more than just dreaming big. It's about creating a clear, actionable plan that you can execute consistently. It's about staying flexible, overcoming obstacles, and maintaining the motivation to keep moving forward. With a clear goal, smaller steps, a positive mindset, and the right support system, you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Remember, winners don't just set goals, they break them down, take action, adapt when necessary, and keep pushing forward until they succeed. In the next chapter, we'll explore the power of positive thinking and how cultivating an optimistic mindset can help you achieve your goal faster. Keep moving forward, and remember that with the right goals and the right mindset, success is always within reach. Chapter 5. The Power of Positive Thinking. Positive thinking is not about ignoring the challenges or pretending that everything is perfect. It's about adopting an optimistic outlook that helps you approach life's obstacles with confidence, resilience, and the belief that you can overcome them. The power of positive thinking is not just a feel-good concept, it's a mindset that drives actions, shapes experiences, and ultimately leads to success. In this chapter, we'll explore how positive thinking can transform your life, boost your success, and help you develop the mental strength to face life's ups and downs. We'll also look at practical strategies for cultivating a positive mindset and how you can incorporate these habits into your daily life. 1. Understanding positive thinking. Positive thinking is a mental attitude that focuses on the good in any situation. It's about choosing to see opportunities even in the face of adversity and focusing on solutions rather than problems. Positive thinkers don't ignore difficulties or pretend that setbacks don't happen. They simply choose to see the possibilities rather than getting bogged down by the challenges. For example, let's take the story of Nick Vujicic, a man born without arms or legs. Instead of letting his condition define him, Nick adopted a positive mindset. He refused to see himself as a victim of circumstances. Instead of dwelling on what he didn't have, he focused on what he could do and how he could help others. Today, Nick is a motivational speaker, author, and founder of a nonprofit organization. His positive thinking has not only changed his life, but also inspired millions around the world. Positive thinking does not mean that you will never face difficulties. It means that when challenges arise, you will approach them with an attitude of optimism, knowing that with effort, perseverance, and the right mindset, you can overcome anything. 2. The science behind positive thinking. Positive thinking isn't just about feeling good, it's backed by science. Studies have shown that having a positive mindset can lead to better physical and mental health, increased longevity, and higher levels of success. When you think positively, your brain releases endorphins and other feel-good chemicals that reduce stress and improve overall well-being. One study by the Mayo Clinic found that people with a positive outlook on life have a lower risk of heart disease, better immune function, and improved recovery from illness. Positive thinking has also been shown to enhance problem-solving skills and increase resilience in the face of stress. In addition, positive thinking can improve your relationships and make you more attractive to others. People are naturally drawn to individuals who exude positivity and optimism. When you approach life with a positive attitude, you not only improve your own well-being, but also create a supportive, uplifting environment for those around you. 3. The power of visualization. One of the most powerful tools of positive thinking is visualization. Visualization is the process of mentally picturing yourself achieving your goals. It's like creating a mental image of your success before it happens. When you visualize success, you activate the same neural pathways that are involved in actually performing the task. This not only helps you build confidence, but also prepares you for success by creating a mental roadmap of how to achieve your goals. For example, before Serena Williams steps onto the tennis court, she spends time visualizing herself winning each match. She mentally rehearses her shots, strategies, and responses to various scenarios. This mental preparation boosts her confidence and allows her to perform at her best. You can use visualization to improve any aspect of your life. Whether it's visualizing a successful presentation, imagining yourself achieving a fitness goal, or picturing yourself excelling in your career. Visualization helps to train your brain to believe in the possibility of success and primes you for action. 4. Cultivating an attitude of gratitude. Gratitude is one of the simplest yet most powerful practices that can foster positive thinking. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you shift your attention away from what's wrong and begin to see the abundance in your life. Gratitude helps you appreciate the present moment and increases your overall sense of well-being. Research has shown that practicing gratitude can improve mental health, increase happiness, and even improve relationships. When you express gratitude regularly, you start to notice more of the positive things in your life, which in turn reinforces a positive mindset. You don't need to wait for something big to happen to be grateful. Start small by recognizing the little things, a kind gesture from a friend, a beautiful sunset, or even the fact that you're healthy and alive. Writing down 3 things you're grateful for every day can be an effective way to practice gratitude and cultivate a positive outlook on life. 5. Overcoming negative thoughts. While cultivating a positive mindset is essential, it's important to acknowledge that negative thoughts will still arise from time to time. Everyone experiences moments of doubt, fear, and negativity. The key to positive thinking is not eliminating negative thoughts but learning how to manage them. One effective way to overcome negative thoughts is through cognitive reframing. Cognitive reframing involves identifying negative or limiting thoughts and replacing them with more positive and empowering ones. For example, if you find yourself thinking, "I'll never be able to accomplish this," reframe that thought to, "I may face challenges, but I have the skills and determination to figure it out." By changing your internal dialogue, you can shift your focus from what's wrong to what's possible. Another technique is mindfulness. When negative thoughts arise, simply observe them without judgment. Recognize that thoughts are just thoughts, they don't define you. Once you detach from the negativity, it becomes easier to replace it with a more positive perspective. 6. The power of positive affirmations. Affirmations are a powerful tool for cultivating a positive mindset. Positive affirmations are short, powerful statements that you repeat to yourself to reinforce your beliefs and boost your confidence. These affirmations help rewire your brain to focus on the positive aspects of your life and abilities. For example, instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," replace it with, "I am worthy of success and capable of achieving my goals." Repeating these affirmations daily helps to build self-belief, reduce self-doubt, and shift your mindset from negative to positive. Start each day by affirming your strengths, capabilities, and worth. The more you repeat these positive statements, the more your brain will internalize them as truths. 7. Surrounding yourself with positive influences. Your environment plays a huge role in shaping your mindset. If you surround yourself with negative, pessimistic people, it can be difficult to maintain a positive outlook. But when you surround yourself with uplifting, positive individuals, it becomes much easier to stay optimistic. Think about Oprah Winfrey, who has always surrounded herself with people who uplift her and share her vision for success. She's built a network of like-minded individuals who inspire and support her, and in turn she continues to rise to new heights. Seek out relationships and environments that nourish your positivity. Whether it's finding a mentor, joining a supportive community, or simply spending time with friends who encourage and inspire you, your surroundings have the power to elevate your mindset. 8. Taking action with a positive mindset. Ultimately, positive thinking is about more than just thinking, it's about taking action. When you have a positive mindset, you are more likely to take bold, confident steps toward your goals. Positive thinking fuels motivation, boosts your energy, and drives you to take the necessary actions to succeed. For example, Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin Group, attributes much of his success to his positive attitude. He embraces challenges, sees failure as a learning experience, and continues to take bold actions to grow his empire. His positive thinking not only guides his decisions but also inspires his teams to innovate and take risks. When you approach life with a positive mindset, you become more proactive, resourceful, and resilient. Positive thinking empowers you to take consistent action and move closer to your goals, even in the face of adversity. Positive thinking is not about ignoring life's difficulties. It's about choosing to focus on the possibilities and solutions rather than the obstacles. By cultivating a positive mindset, you can transform your perspective, boost your confidence, and overcome the challenges that come your way. Remember, the power of positive thinking is within your reach. Through visualization, gratitude, affirmations, and reframing negative thoughts, you can shift your mindset and create the life you want. Surround yourself with positivity, take action, and keep moving forward with confidence. With the right mindset, anything is possible. In the next chapter, we'll explore how building consistency is key to turning your goals into reality. Consistency is the secret ingredient that will help you stay on track and keep making progress, no matter the challenges ahead. Chapter 6. Building consistency. Consistency is the key to success. No matter how talented, smart, or driven you are, if you're not consistent in your efforts, it's unlikely that you'll achieve lasting success. Consistency is what separates those who reach their goals from those who fall short. It's not the one-time big efforts that lead to great achievements, but the small, steady actions you take every day that accumulate over time. In this chapter, we'll explore why consistency is so powerful, how it helps you make progress even when you don't see immediate results, and how you can build the habits and mindset that make consistency a natural part of your life. 1. The power of small, daily actions. Consistency is built on the idea that small, everyday actions lead to big results over time. Many people underestimate the power of small actions, thinking they won't have much impact. But when you consistently take small steps toward your goal, those steps add up. Over time, they create massive momentum, leading to incredible results. Take the example of compound interest. When you invest a small amount of money consistently over time, the interest earned compounds, growing exponentially. The same principle applies to consistency in your actions. Whether it's writing 500 words a day for a book, exercising for 30 minutes each morning, or learning something new every day, these small actions compound over time, leading to significant growth and success. The key here is to understand that success isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. It's not about doing something perfectly once, but about doing it consistently, even when you don't feel like it, even when you don't see immediate results. 2. Consistency builds habits. Consistency doesn't just lead to success, it also helps you build habits. When you repeat a behavior enough times, it becomes automatic. What once felt difficult and forced eventually becomes a natural part of your daily routine. For example, if you want to build the habit of exercising regularly, start by committing to just 10 or 15 minutes a day. In the beginning, it may feel challenging, and it may be easy to skip a session, but as you keep showing up day after day, that time spent exercising will eventually feel natural, and you'll start craving it. Before you know it, exercising will be something you look forward to rather than something you force yourself to do. Building habits is about creating a routine. When you're consistent in doing something, it becomes ingrained in your life. It no longer feels like a challenge because it's simply part of who you are. 3. Staying committed even when you don't see results. One of the biggest challenges in building consistency is staying committed when you don't see immediate results. It's easy to feel discouraged when you're putting in effort day after day, yet the results don't seem to reflect your hard work. But it's important to remember that success rarely happens overnight. J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series, faced countless rejections before her books became a worldwide phenomenon. She didn't give up after the first rejection, or the 10th, or the 20th. She remained consistent in her effort, writing every day and improving her craft, despite the lack of immediate success. If she had given up after facing initial setbacks, the world would have never known Harry Potter. Consistency helps you stay committed, even when the results aren't immediately visible. It builds resilience and persistence. The truth is that results take time. You may not see progress every day, but with consistent effort, you will reach your goals in the long run. 4. Overcoming distractions and staying focused. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, emails, phone notifications, and other daily demands can easily pull your attention away from your goals. The key to staying consistent is staying focused and avoiding distractions that derail your progress. Start by identifying the distractions that are most likely to interfere with your consistency. Is it social media? Is it procrastination? Once you identify the distractions, create strategies to minimize them. For example, if social media is a distraction, set specific times during the day to check it, rather than allowing it to interrupt your work. One powerful tool for maintaining focus is time blocking. Time blocking involves setting aside specific times for different tasks throughout the day. By scheduling time for your most important work, you're ensuring that you stay focused and productive. It also helps you create a routine, which in turn strengthens your consistency. Another effective strategy is the 2-minute rule. If a task will take less than 2 minutes to complete, do it immediately. This simple rule helps you avoid procrastination and keeps you moving forward in small ways throughout the day. 5. Setting realistic expectations. While consistency is crucial, it's also important to set realistic expectations for yourself. Trying to be perfect or expecting to reach your goals too quickly can lead to burnout and frustration. Set achievable, incremental goals that allow you to make steady progress without overwhelming yourself. For example, if your goal is to run a marathon, don't expect to go from 0 to running 26 miles overnight. Start with shorter distances and build up gradually. Celebrate the progress you make along the way, and remember that each small step is one step closer to your ultimate goal. Setting realistic expectations helps you maintain consistency because it reduces the pressure you put on yourself. Instead of feeling discouraged by a lack of perfection, you'll feel motivated by the steady progress you're making. 6. Accountability, the power of support. One of the best ways to build consistency is by holding yourself accountable to others. When you share your goals with someone and ask them to check in on your progress, it provides an extra layer of motivation to stay consistent. Accountability partners can be friends, family, or mentors, anyone who will support you and encourage you to keep going. You can also join groups or communities with similar goals where you can share your progress and get advice and encouragement from others who are on the same journey. The power of accountability is that it helps you stay committed. Knowing that someone else is rooting for you and checking in on your progress makes it harder to give up. It also gives you an opportunity to celebrate your wins with someone else, which reinforces the positive behavior. 7. Celebrating small wins. As you work toward your larger goals, it's important to celebrate the small wins along the way. These milestones serve as reminders of how far you've come and help you stay motivated. Celebrating small wins reinforces the idea that progress is happening, even when it feels slow. For example, if your goal is to write a book, celebrate each chapter you complete. If you're working on fitness, celebrate every milestone, whether it's running a certain distance, lifting a certain weight, or simply sticking to your routine for a week. Each win is a step forward. Celebrating these wins also boosts your confidence. It reminds you that you are capable of achieving your goals, and it keeps you motivated to continue working toward them. 8. The role of patience in consistency. Lastly, remember that consistency requires patience. Success doesn't happen overnight, and it often takes longer than you think. Building habits, seeing results, and reaching your goals all take time. Be patient with yourself, and trust that the work you're putting in now will pay off in the long run. Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors in the world, has said, "The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient." This statement applies not only to investing but also to life in general. The key to success is being patient, staying consistent, and allowing the results to come naturally over time. Building consistency is the secret to turning your dreams into reality. It's about taking small, deliberate actions every day, even when you don't see immediate results. It's about developing habits, staying focused and remaining patient as you work toward your goal. By building consistency into your daily life, you lay the groundwork for lasting success. Over time, those small actions add up to big results. So stay committed, be patient and keep moving forward. Your consistency will lead you to the success you're striving for. In the next chapter, we'll explore how overcoming fear and failure is essential to reaching your full potential. Fear can paralyze you, but when you learn to face it head-on, you become unstoppable. Chapter 7. Overcoming fear and failure. Fear and failure are two of the biggest obstacles standing between you and your success. They can paralyze you, hold you back, and prevent you from reaching your full potential. But what if you could learn to embrace both fear and failure as powerful tools for growth? What if you could shift your mindset and use them to fuel your journey, rather than allow them to stop you in your tracks? In this chapter, we'll explore how fear and failure are an inevitable part of the journey to success, and how learning to face them head-on can propel you toward your goals. You'll learn how to reframe failure, face your fears with courage, and develop resilience in the face of setbacks. 1. Understanding fear. Fear is a natural response to uncertainty. It's your brain's way of protecting you from potential danger or harm. But in today's world, many of the fears we experience are not life-threatening. They're emotional, psychological, or situational. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough. These fears are real, but they're also often based on imagined outcomes rather than actual threats. Take Richard Branson, for example. As the founder of Virgin Group, Branson has faced numerous fears throughout his career, from launching his first business to taking risks with new ventures. Yet, instead of letting fear hold him back, he learned to embrace it. Branson once said, "You don't learn to walk by following rules. You learn by doing and by falling over." His fear didn't stop him, it motivated him to take action, learn from his mistakes, and keep moving forward. Fear is a normal part of life, but the key is not to let it control you. When you feel fear, acknowledge it, but don't let it stop you. Use it as a signal to move forward with courage. 2. Reframing failure. Failure is often seen as the end of the road, something to be avoided at all costs. But in reality, failure is an essential part of success. It's not a sign that you've failed forever. It's simply feedback. Every failure teaches you something valuable. It shows you what doesn't work, helps you refine your approach, and pushes you to grow. Consider Thomas Edison. When trying to invent the light bulb, he encountered countless failures. Instead of seeing each failure as a defeat, he saw it as a lesson. Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His failures were not roadblocks. They were stepping stones to success. Reframing failure means seeing it not as something to fear, but as an opportunity to learn and grow. When you fail, you gain valuable experience that helps you make better decisions in the future. It's part of the process, not the end of it. Every successful person has failed many times. They just didn't let failure stop them. 3. Facing your fears with courage. One of the most powerful ways to overcome fear is to face it directly. Avoiding fear may offer temporary relief, but it only strengthens the fear in the long run. The more you avoid the things you fear, the more they control your life. On the other hand, when you face your fears, you weaken their power over you. Let's take Nelson Mandela, for example. Mandela spent 27 years in prison for fighting against apartheid in South Africa. He faced enormous fear, fear for his life, fear for his family, fear of the unknown. But instead of allowing fear to stop him, he used it as motivation. After his release, he continued to fight for justice, leading to the dismantling of apartheid and the establishment of a democratic South Africa. You don't have to face your biggest fears all at once. Start small. Break down your fear into manageable steps. For example, if you're afraid of public speaking, start by speaking in front of a small group, then gradually increase the size of your audience. The more you face your fears, the less power they have over you. 4. Building resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, failures, or adversity. It's not about avoiding failure, it's about recovering from it quickly and learning from the experience. Building resilience is key to overcoming fear and failure because it helps you maintain your momentum, even in difficult times. One great example of resilience is Michael Jordan. Despite being cut from his high school basketball team, Jordan used that failure as motivation to become the best basketball player in the world. He didn't let setbacks define him. Instead, he learned from them, worked harder, and came back stronger. To build resilience, you need to develop a growth mindset, the belief that you can learn, adapt, and improve over time. Every failure is an opportunity to grow stronger, and every setback is a chance to build greater resilience. 5. The fear of success. It may seem odd, but some people are actually afraid of success. The fear of success is often linked to self-doubt, the pressure to perform, or the fear of responsibility that comes with achieving your goals. The thought of achieving success can bring up feelings of unworthiness, fear of change, or anxiety about how others will perceive you. Take the case of Maya Angelou, the celebrated author and poet. Despite her immense success, she once admitted that after each book she wrote, she feared that people would find out she was a fraud, or that her success was undeserved. This fear is common among high achievers, and it's called imposter syndrome. If you're afraid of success, recognize that it's a natural part of the process. Don't let the fear of success hold you back from your potential. Embrace the responsibility and challenges that come with success, and understand that you are worthy of achieving your goals. The more you allow yourself to succeed, the more confident you'll become. 6. Taking action, despite fear. The most effective way to overcome fear is by taking action. Action creates momentum, and momentum diminishes fear. When you take action toward your goals, even in the face of fear, you demonstrate to yourself that you are capable and strong. Each action you take weakens the grip of fear and builds your confidence. Take the example of Walt Disney. Disney faced rejection after rejection when trying to get funding for Disneyland. He encountered numerous failures and setbacks, but he didn't let fear stop him. Instead of dwelling on his fear of failure, he took action. His determination led to the creation of one of the most iconic entertainment companies in the world. Even small actions count. You don't have to make huge leaps forward all at once. Just take one step toward your goal, no matter how small, and that will start to shift your mindset from fear to confidence. 7. Embracing the unknown. Fear of the unknown is one of the most common fears. We fear what we can't predict, and that uncertainty can hold us back from taking action. But the reality is that the unknown is where growth happens. Success is rarely found in your comfort zone. If you want to achieve great things, you have to be willing to step into the unknown, take risks, and trust that the journey will lead you to where you're meant to be. Steve Jobs was known for embracing the unknown. He didn't know exactly how Apple would change the world, but he believed in his vision. Jobs didn't let fear of uncertainty stop him. Instead, he used it as motivation to create innovative products that would change the tech industry forever. The unknown is a place of possibility. Rather than fearing it, learn to embrace it. Trust that you have the skills, strength, and resilience to navigate any challenge that comes your way. Fear and failure are inevitable, but they don't have to hold you back. When you face fear with courage and view failure as a stepping stone rather than an obstacle, you transform them into powerful tools for growth. By building resilience, reframing failure, and taking action despite fear, you can overcome any challenge and continue moving forward toward your goals. In the next chapter, we'll discuss the importance of adaptability and how being flexible in your approach can help you succeed in an ever-changing world. Embrace fear and failure as part of your journey, and remember, success is not about avoiding mistakes, it's about learning from them and continuing to push forward. Chapter 8. The importance of adaptability. In a rapidly changing world, adaptability is one of the most crucial qualities for success. No matter how carefully you plan, life often throws unexpected challenges and changes your way. Whether it's shifts in the economy, new technology, changing market trends, or unforeseen personal circumstances. Your ability to adapt will determine how well you can navigate these challenges and continue moving toward your goals. Adaptability is not just about reacting to changes when they happen. It's about having the mindset and skills to anticipate, embrace, and make the most of change. It's about staying flexible, learning new skills, and being open to new ways of thinking. In this chapter, we'll explore why adaptability is so important, how you can develop this skill, and how it can help you succeed in an ever-changing world. 1. Why adaptability matters. Adaptability allows you to remain resilient in the face of adversity. Life is unpredictable, and no matter how prepared you think you are, things don't always go according to plan. Businesses shut down, markets crash, people change, and unexpected events happen. The key to overcoming these challenges is the ability to adapt, finding new ways to keep moving forward, even when things seem uncertain. Consider Blockbuster and Netflix. Blockbuster was once the leader in video rentals, with thousands of stores across the globe. But when Netflix came onto the scene, offering a new way to stream movies online, Blockbuster didn't adapt. They stuck to their old business model, believing that people would always prefer renting physical DVDs from stores. As a result, Blockbuster went bankrupt, while Netflix grew into one of the most successful entertainment companies in the world. Netflix was able to adapt to new technology and consumer preferences, while Blockbuster's failure to do so led to its downfall. The ability to adapt is not just important for businesses, it's crucial for personal success as well. Whether you're navigating changes in your career, personal life, or the world around you, being adaptable gives you the freedom to keep moving forward, regardless of what happens. 2. The benefits of adaptability. Being adaptable offers several benefits that directly contribute to your success. Resilience. Adaptability helps you bounce back from setbacks. When things don't go as planned, you can quickly adjust and find new solutions, keeping your momentum intact. Growth. Adaptable people are more likely to embrace learning. They're open to acquiring new skills, which keeps them relevant in an ever-evolving world. Innovation. Those who are adaptable are also more innovative. By embracing new ideas and perspectives, they're able to come up with creative solutions to problems and stay ahead of the curve. Confidence. When you know you can adapt to any situation, you're more confident in your ability to handle challenges. This confidence boosts your self-belief and helps you take action, even in the face of uncertainty. Opportunities. Change often brings new opportunities. Being adaptable means you can seize these opportunities when they arise, rather than staying stuck in your old ways. Adaptability helps you stay relevant, motivated, and forward-thinking. It allows you to thrive in an unpredictable world, transforming challenges into chances for growth. 3. Embracing change as an opportunity. The first step to becoming adaptable is to change the way you view change itself. Most people resist change because it feels uncomfortable or threatening. But when you learn to view change as an opportunity rather than a threat, you open yourself up to new possibilities. For example, consider Steve Jobs and his approach to Apple. Jobs didn't just respond to market trends, he created new ones. He embraced technological advancements and used them to reinvent industries, from personal computers to music and smartphones. Jobs understood that change was inevitable, and instead of resisting it, he saw it as an opportunity to innovate and lead. You too can shift your mindset to view change as an opportunity to learn, grow, and improve. The more you embrace change, the easier it becomes to adapt to it. The key is to stay open to new ideas and be willing to try new things, even if they feel unfamiliar or uncomfortable at first. 4. Developing an adaptable mindset. To become more adaptable, you need to develop a mindset that is flexible and open to change. Here are some strategies to help you cultivate an adaptable mindset. Be open to new ideas. Adaptable people are always open to learning and exploring new concepts. Don't shut yourself off from new information or ways of thinking. Stay curious and embrace the idea that there is always something new to learn. Stay positive. A positive attitude helps you navigate change with resilience. Instead of focusing on what's lost, focus on what you can gain. A positive mindset helps you stay motivated and proactive, even when faced with uncertainty. Be willing to experiment. Adaptability involves taking risks and stepping outside your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to try new approaches, test different strategies, and experiment with new ways of doing things. Failure is part of the process. It's how you learn and grow. Let go of perfectionism. Perfectionism can hold you back from adapting. If you're focused on doing everything perfectly, you may avoid trying new things for fear of failure. Learn to embrace progress over perfection and allow yourself to make mistakes along the way. Practice flexibility. Flexibility is a muscle that you can strengthen over time. The more you practice adjusting to new situations and challenges, the easier it becomes. Start by making small changes in your routine or approach and gradually take on bigger challenges. Adopting an adaptable mindset requires a shift in how you think about challenges. Instead of seeing obstacles as roadblocks, see them as opportunities to grow, innovate, and become stronger. 5. Adapting to personal and professional changes. In both your personal and professional life, change is inevitable. Whether it's a shift in career, a move to a new city, or a change in your personal circumstances, adaptability helps you navigate these transitions with ease. In your career, adaptability is particularly important as industries evolve and new technologies emerge. For instance, when automation and artificial intelligence started becoming more prominent in various industries, many workers were concerned about job security. However, those who adapted by learning new skills, such as coding or data analysis, were able to transition into new roles and thrive in the changing landscape. On a personal level, adaptability helps you cope with life's challenges, whether it's a major life event, a new relationship, or a change in your health. Life is unpredictable, but those who can adapt are better equipped to handle whatever comes their way. The key to adapting in both personal and professional settings is to stay open, learn continuously, and be willing to evolve with the circumstances around you. 6. Building adaptability through practice. Adaptability is not something you're born with, it's a skill that can be developed over time. Here are a few practical ways to build adaptability. Step out of your comfort zone. Consistently challenge yourself to try new things, whether it's learning a new skill, meeting new people, or exploring unfamiliar ideas. The more you step out of your comfort zone, the more adaptable you become. Seek feedback. Be open to feedback from others, whether it's about your work, your personal habits, or your approach to challenges. Feedback helps you identify areas for improvement and adjust your behavior accordingly. Stay calm under pressure. When faced with unexpected changes, take a moment to pause and collect your thoughts. A calm mind is better able to process information, make decisions, and find solutions in a rapidly changing environment. Practice problem solving. When you encounter problems or obstacles, practice finding solutions. The more you exercise your problem-solving skills, the more adaptable you'll become when faced with challenges. Adaptability is built through practice. The more you expose yourself to new situations and work through challenges, the more natural it becomes to adjust to changes. 7. Staying ahead of the curve. To truly thrive in today's fast-paced world, adaptability is essential. Staying ahead of the curve means not just reacting to change but anticipating it and positioning yourself to take advantage of it. Whether it's staying up to date with industry trends, learning new technologies, or understanding shifts in consumer behavior, being adaptable helps you stay relevant and competitive. For example, Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, has always been ahead of the curve when it comes to adapting to market trends. He recognized early on the shift from physical stores to online shopping and invested heavily in e-commerce. As Amazon evolved, Bezos continued to adapt, expanding into cloud computing, artificial intelligence, and streaming services. His ability to anticipate change and adapt quickly has made Amazon one of the most successful companies in the world. To stay ahead, you need to cultivate a mindset of constant learning. Remain open to new possibilities and be ready to pivot when necessary. Adaptability is your key to thriving in an ever-changing world. Adaptability is one of the most important skills you can develop in today's fast-paced, ever-changing world. It allows you to thrive in the face of uncertainty, turn challenges into opportunities, and continuously grow and improve. By staying open to new ideas, embracing change, and practicing flexibility, you can build the adaptability needed to succeed in both your personal and professional life. In the next chapter, we'll explore the importance of taking action with confidence. Once you've developed the adaptability to face challenges and change, it's time to take bold steps toward your goals with confidence and clarity. Chapter 9. Cultivating a winning environment. Your environment plays a significant role in shaping your mindset, behaviors, and ultimately your success. The people you surround yourself with, the places you spend your time, and the tools you have access to all influence how you think, feel, and act. If you want to think like a winner and achieve your goals, it's crucial to intentionally cultivate an environment that supports and nurtures your growth. In this chapter, we'll explore how to create a winning environment, one that fosters positivity, motivation, and success. You'll learn how to surround yourself with the right people, eliminate distractions, and set up a physical and mental space that encourages productivity and achievement. 1. The power of surrounding yourself with the right people. One of the most important factors in cultivating a winning environment is the people you surround yourself with. The people in your life can either uplift you or bring you down. They can either encourage your growth or hinder it. A winner's environment is filled with people who support and inspire them to reach their full potential. Think about Bill Gates, the co-founder of Microsoft. Gates surrounded himself with brilliant minds and mentors who pushed him to think bigger and work harder. He often sought out advice from individuals who had experience and wisdom in areas he was unfamiliar with. His network played a significant role in his success, and he credits much of his achievement to the people he collaborated with along the way. To cultivate a winning environment, seek out individuals who inspire you, challenge you, and believe in your potential. Look for mentors, peers, and colleagues who share your values and drive. Being surrounded by people who lift you up and motivate you to keep going will help you stay focused on your goals and encourage you to push past obstacles. 2. Eliminating negative influences. In addition to surrounding yourself with positive influences, it's also important to eliminate or distance yourself from negative influences. This includes people who drain your energy, undermine your confidence, or discourage you from pursuing your dreams. Negative people often criticize your efforts, belittle your goals, or create drama and conflict. Over time, their negativity can erode your self-esteem and make it harder for you to stay focused on your goals. If you find that certain individuals are holding you back or fostering a toxic environment, it may be time to reassess your relationships. Remember, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Surrounding yourself with negativity can limit your growth, so it's essential to be mindful of the people you allow into your life. Don't be afraid to set boundaries with individuals who consistently bring you down, and choose to invest your time and energy in relationships that support your journey. 3. Creating a productive physical space. The physical environment you work in can have a profound impact on your productivity and mindset. A cluttered, disorganized space can create mental clutter and stress, making it difficult to focus and be creative. On the other hand, a clean, organized space can help you feel more in control, focused, and motivated. Look at how successful people like Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg structure their environments. They have designed their workspaces to minimize distractions and encourage maximum productivity. Musk, for example, has a no-nonsense approach to meetings and workspace organization. He keeps things simple and efficient. Zuckerberg, known for his minimalist approach to life, focuses on keeping his environment free of unnecessary distractions so he can stay focused on his big-picture goals. To create your own winning environment, start by organizing your physical space. Keep your workspace clean, declutter unnecessary items, and make sure your surroundings reflect the goals you're working toward. For example, if your goal is to write a book, create a designated writing space free from distractions. If you're focusing on fitness, set up a workout area with the tools you need to stay motivated. Your physical space should inspire productivity and help you maintain a clear focus. An organized space promotes a calm mind, allowing you to work more efficiently and stay aligned with your goals. 4. Minimizing distractions and time wasters. In today's digital age, distractions are everywhere. Social media, emails, phone notifications, and endless entertainment options. These distractions can quickly derail your productivity and prevent you from reaching your full potential. If you want to cultivate a winning environment, it's essential to minimize distractions and focus your attention on what truly matters. One effective strategy for minimizing distractions is time blocking. Time blocking involves setting aside specific blocks of time for different tasks or activities throughout the day. During each block, you focus solely on the task at hand and avoid any distractions. For example, you might allocate the first 2 hours of your day to deep work or creative tasks, then set aside time in the afternoon for meetings or emails. This structure helps you stay focused and ensures that you dedicate sufficient time to your most important tasks. Another helpful technique is the Pomodoro technique, where you work for 25 minutes, followed by a 5-minute break. After 4 sessions, you take a longer break. This method keeps your mind fresh and focused while allowing time for rest. Using these time management strategies can help you stay on track and avoid falling victim to distractions. Eliminate or minimize time wasters, such as social media or mindless web browsing, by setting specific times to engage in them. For example, limit social media use to 15 minutes during lunch or after work hours. The more you can minimize distractions, the more time and energy you'll have to dedicate to your goals. 5. Fostering a growth-oriented mindset. A winning environment isn't just about the people and physical space around you, it's also about the mental and emotional atmosphere you create for yourself. The mindset you cultivate has a significant impact on your success. A growth-oriented mindset is one that embraces challenges, sees failure as a learning opportunity, and believes in the ability to improve through effort and persistence. Cultivating a growth mindset involves changing the way you think about challenges. Instead of seeing obstacles as insurmountable, view them as opportunities to grow and improve. When you face difficulties, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I improve next time? Embrace feedback and be willing to adapt and change as you grow. By fostering a growth mindset, you'll stay motivated and open to new ideas and approaches. You'll be more willing to take risks, make mistakes, and learn from them. Over time, this mindset will help you build resilience, stay focused on your goals, and keep pushing forward, even when things get tough. 6. Surrounding yourself with inspiration and motivation. A winning environment is one that constantly motivates and inspires you. Surround yourself with things that remind you of your purpose and keep you focused on your goals. This could include vision boards. Create a visual representation of your goals and dreams. Display it in a place where you can see it every day. Motivational quotes. Place inspiring quotes in your workspace or home to keep you motivated throughout the day. Books and resources. Keep books, podcasts, and articles related to personal growth and success readily available to fuel your learning. Having these visual and mental reminders helps you stay aligned with your vision and reminds you why you're working toward your goals. A constant source of inspiration keeps your energy high and your focus sharp. 7. Prioritizing your well-being. Finally, a winning environment must support your well-being, both physically and mentally. To perform at your best, you need to prioritize your health, energy, and mental clarity. Make sure to incorporate regular exercise, healthy eating, and sufficient rest into your daily routine. Your body and mind need fuel and care to maintain peak performance. Additionally, take time for self-care and relaxation. Stress and burnout can hinder your productivity and make it harder to stay motivated. Cultivate an environment that supports not only your success but also your mental and physical health. Cultivating a winning environment is essential for achieving success. Surrounding yourself with the right people, minimizing distractions, fostering a growth mindset, and prioritizing your well-being are all key factors in creating an environment that supports your goals. By consciously shaping your surroundings, both physical and mental, you set yourself up for continuous growth, motivation, and success. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to take action with confidence. Now that you have a winning environment in place, it's time to use it to propel you toward your goals and take bold, confident steps forward. Chapter 10. Taking Action with Confidence. Taking action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Without action, your dreams remain just that, dreams, but when you take bold, decisive action, you begin to shape your future. However, action alone isn't enough. It must be accompanied by confidence. Confidence fuels your actions, helping you make decisions with clarity, resilience, and courage. In this chapter, we'll explore how to take action with confidence, even when faced with uncertainty. You'll learn the importance of trusting yourself, making decisions decisively, and maintaining momentum even when the road gets tough. We'll break down how you can overcome hesitation, embrace uncertainty, and keep moving forward, no matter the obstacles. 1. The power of confidence in taking action. Confidence is the belief in your abilities and judgment. When you take action with confidence, you believe that you can handle whatever comes your way. You don't wait for everything to be perfect before making a move. You trust that you have the skills, resources, and determination to figure things out as you go. Take Oprah Winfrey, for example. Early in her career, Oprah faced numerous setbacks, including being told she wasn't fit for television. Despite these challenges, she took action with confidence, believing in her ability to overcome obstacles and create her own path. Oprah once said, "The biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams." She trusted in her ability to succeed, even when others doubted her. Confidence allows you to make decisions quickly and move forward with clarity. Without confidence, even the smallest decision can feel overwhelming, and hesitation becomes the norm. But when you trust in your abilities, you are more likely to take bold action and push through the discomfort of uncertainty. 2. Overcoming self-doubt and hesitation. Self-doubt is one of the most common reasons people hesitate to take action. When you doubt yourself, you second-guess every decision, overanalyze every possibility, and often end up doing nothing at all. This hesitation is a dream killer. It keeps you stuck, prevents you from seizing opportunities, and ultimately holds you back from reaching your potential. To overcome self-doubt, it's essential to recognize it for what it is, a mental block. Self-doubt is not an indication of your capabilities. It's simply a fear of failure or a fear of the unknown. When self-doubt creeps in, counter it with positive affirmations. Remind yourself of your past successes, the skills you bring to the table, and the reasons why you started in the first place. Another effective strategy for overcoming hesitation is to take small steps. Instead of focusing on the overwhelming idea of a large project, break it down into manageable tasks. By taking one small action at a time, you begin to build confidence and reduce the fear that keeps you from taking larger leaps. Each small win reinforces your belief in your ability to succeed, which in turn strengthens your confidence. 3. Decisiveness. The key to bold action. Decisiveness is the ability to make decisions quickly and confidently. Indecision is one of the most significant barriers to taking action. When you spend too much time weighing your options, you waste valuable time and energy. Successful people know that in order to make progress, they must make decisions and move forward, even if they don't have all the answers. Look at Warren Buffett, the legendary investor. Buffett is known for his ability to make quick decisions based on a clear understanding of his values and goals. He doesn't waste time agonizing over every detail. He trusts his intuition, makes a decision, and moves forward. In his own words, the most important thing to do if you find yourself in a hole is to stop digging. Being decisive doesn't mean making rash or reckless decisions. It means trusting yourself to make informed choices and taking swift action based on the information you have. Once a decision is made, commit to it fully and focus on executing it to the best of your ability. The more you practice decisiveness, the easier it becomes to make confident decisions in the future. 4. Taking action in the face of fear. Fear is a natural response when faced with new challenges or uncertain outcomes. It's easy to feel paralyzed by fear, especially when the stakes are high or when the outcome is unknown. But fear should not stop you from taking action. In fact, taking action in the face of fear is one of the most powerful ways to build confidence. Brené Brown, a researcher and author, has spent years studying vulnerability and courage. She discovered that the most successful people are not those who are free from fear, but those who take action despite their fear. In her words, courage starts with showing up and letting ourselves be seen. Taking action, even when you're afraid, shows yourself that you're capable of handling discomfort and uncertainty. One way to take action despite fear is to reframe your mindset. Instead of seeing fear as a sign to stop, view it as a sign that you're pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone, where growth happens. You don't need to wait for fear to disappear before taking action. Simply acknowledge it and keep moving forward. Every step you take, no matter how small, builds your confidence and diminishes the power that fear has over you. 5. Building momentum with small wins. One of the most effective ways to build confidence in taking action is to start with small wins. When you take small, manageable steps, you begin to build momentum. This momentum creates a snowball effect, where each success fuels the next. As you accumulate small wins, your confidence grows and your ability to take more significant actions increases. Think about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who started his career as a wrestler before transitioning into acting. He didn't jump into major blockbuster roles right away. He took on smaller parts, built his acting skills, and gradually became one of the highest-paid actors in Hollywood. His success didn't come from making one massive leap. It came from consistently taking small actions that built his career over time. To build momentum in your own life, identify small tasks that will move you closer to your goal. Focus on completing one task at a time and celebrate your progress. These small wins not only help you build confidence but also keep you motivated and moving forward. 6. Maintaining consistency in your actions. Confidence isn't something that happens overnight. It's built through consistent action over time. By staying committed to your goals and taking action day in and day out, you create a pattern of behavior that reinforces your self-belief and makes success inevitable. When you take consistent action, you create a feedback loop. The more you act, the more confident you become. And the more confident you become, the more action you take. It's a cycle that propels you toward success, but consistency requires discipline and commitment. Consider Michael Phelps, the Olympic swimmer with the most gold medals in history. Phelps didn't achieve success by swimming hard for a week or two. He built a daily routine of consistent practice. Even when he felt tired or unmotivated, he still showed up and put in the work. His consistency is what allowed him to achieve greatness, despite the challenges and setbacks along the way. 7. Trusting the process. Taking action with confidence also means trusting the process. Success is rarely immediate, and the journey often involves setbacks, failures, and detours. But when you trust the process and remain committed to your goals, you're more likely to stay focused and keep moving forward, even when things don't go as planned. Steve Jobs was known for his ability to trust the process, even when things didn't seem to be working out. In the early days of Apple, he faced countless challenges and failures, but he remained confident that his vision would eventually come to fruition. He trusted in the process of innovation and believed in his ability to overcome obstacles. Trusting the process means embracing the idea that progress is often slow and the path to success is rarely linear. Stay committed to your goals, remain confident in your abilities, and keep taking action no matter how many setbacks you encounter. Taking action with confidence is the key to turning your dreams into reality. Confidence empowers you to make decisions, push past fear, and stay consistent in your efforts. By embracing uncertainty, overcoming hesitation, and building momentum with small wins, you can take bold steps toward your goals. Remember, confidence comes from action. The more you take action, the more confident you become. Keep moving forward. Trust the process, and remain focused on your vision. In the next chapter, we'll explore how persistence is essential for lasting success. No matter how many obstacles you encounter, persistence ensures that you keep pushing forward until you achieve your goals. Chapter 11. The Role of Persistence. Success is not about talent alone, it's about persistence. The ability to keep going, even when the path gets tough, is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. Life's greatest achievements are often the result of continuous effort, not instant success. Persistence is the force that drives you to overcome setbacks, learn from failures, and keep pushing forward toward your goals. In this chapter, we'll explore the critical role of persistence in achieving success. We'll look at why persistence is so powerful, how to cultivate it, and how to use it as a driving force in your own life. Whether you're pursuing a personal goal or a professional aspiration, persistence is the key to achieving lasting success. 1. Understanding persistence. Persistence is the quality of continuing to pursue a goal despite obstacles, difficulties, or failures. It's the ability to stay committed to your vision and keep taking action, even when things aren't going as planned. Persistence doesn't mean working non-stop without breaks. It means not giving up, even when the road is hard. Consider Thomas Edison, the man who invented the light bulb. He famously failed over 1,000 times before finally succeeding. When asked about his repeated failures, he responded, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison's persistence paid off, leading to a groundbreaking invention that changed the world. He didn't give up after facing failure. He learned from each attempt and kept moving forward until he found the solution. Persistence is about having the mindset that no matter what challenges come your way, you will find a way to keep going. It's about learning from failures and continuing to take action, even when you're unsure of the outcome. 2. The power of small steps. One of the reasons persistence is so powerful is because it's built on the foundation of small, consistent steps. Success doesn't happen in giant leaps, it's a result of continuous incremental progress. By taking small actions every day, you steadily move closer to your goal, even when it feels like you're not making much progress. J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series, faced multiple rejections from publishers before her book was accepted. At one point, she was living on welfare, struggling to make ends meet. But instead of giving up, she continued writing. She knew that each word she wrote brought her one step closer to her goal of being published. Rowling's persistence, combined with her passion for storytelling, eventually led to one of the most successful book series in history. To develop persistence, focus on taking small daily actions toward your goal. These actions may seem insignificant at first, but over time they compound, creating significant progress. Each small step is a victory, and each victory builds your momentum, helping you move closer to your goal. 3. Embracing failure as part of the journey. Failure is an inevitable part of the journey to success. It's not something to fear, but something to embrace. Failure offers valuable lessons, showing you what doesn't work and providing an opportunity to adjust your approach. Those who persist through failure are the ones who ultimately succeed because they understand that failure is not a permanent state. It's part of the learning process. Take Michael Jordan, widely regarded as the greatest basketball player of all time. Jordan was famously cut from his high school basketball team, but instead of giving up, he used that failure as motivation to work harder. Over the course of his career, he faced many defeats and setbacks, but he refused to let failure define him. His persistence led him to 6 NBA championships, 5 MVP awards, and countless accolades. Failure is not the end of the road, it's simply a detour. The key is to keep moving forward, learn from the failure, and adjust your approach. Each failure brings you one step closer to success, and with persistence you can turn setbacks into comebacks. 4. Staying focused on the long-term vision. Persistence is not just about working hard today, it's about staying focused on the long-term vision, even when you face difficulties along the way. Success often takes time, and the journey may not always be smooth. There will be moments when the end goal seems far away and the obstacles seem overwhelming. But the key to persistence is keeping your eyes on the prize. Consider Walt Disney, the visionary behind Disney World and the Walt Disney Company. In his early career, Disney faced multiple rejections and financial struggles. At one point, he was told that he lacked creativity. Despite these setbacks, he remained focused on his long-term vision of creating a family entertainment empire. His persistence paid off, and today, Disney is one of the largest and most successful entertainment companies in the world. To stay persistent, it's essential to keep your long-term vision in mind. Whenever you face setbacks or challenges, remind yourself of the bigger picture, the reason you started in the first place. Keep the end goal in sight, and let it motivate you to keep going. 5. Overcoming the desire for instant gratification. In today's fast-paced world, we're often conditioned to expect quick results. The idea of instant gratification is deeply ingrained in our culture, whether it's through fast food, quick fixes, or instant results on social media. But when it comes to achieving meaningful success, instant gratification is not realistic. Success takes time, and persistence is key to achieving long-term results. For example, Elon Musk didn't become a billionaire overnight. He faced years of struggle and failure before his companies, Tesla and SpaceX, became household names. Musk took huge risks, worked tirelessly, and faced countless challenges, all with a vision of creating sustainable energy and space exploration solutions. His persistence over time, even through failure and setbacks, has revolutionized industries and earned him global recognition. To develop persistence, you must learn to resist the temptation for instant rewards. Focus on long-term success and embrace the process of continuous effort. The more you practice patience and work toward your goal consistently, the more likely you are to achieve lasting success. 6. Building resilience through persistence. Persistence is closely linked to resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks and keep going in the face of adversity. Resilience is built through continuous effort and the determination to keep moving forward, no matter how many times you face failure or hardship. Consider Oprah Winfrey once again. She faced tremendous hardships early in life, including growing up in poverty and experiencing a troubled childhood. However, Oprah's persistence and resilience allowed her to rise above these challenges and become one of the most influential women in the world. She didn't let her past dictate her future. Instead, she used her struggles to fuel her drive and determination to succeed. Resilience comes from the consistent practice of persistence. When you face adversity, take the lessons learned from those experiences and apply them to your future efforts. With each challenge you overcome, your resilience grows stronger, and your persistence becomes more powerful. 7. Celebrating small wins along the way. Persistence doesn't mean waiting until the final goal is achieved to celebrate. It's important to celebrate the small wins along the way. These small victories are milestones that show you're making progress and moving closer to your goal. Celebrating these moments helps maintain motivation and reinforces the positive behaviors that are leading to your success. For example, if your goal is to run a marathon, celebrate every training run you complete, every distance you conquer, and every improvement in your performance. Each of these small wins reinforces your commitment and persistence, helping you stay motivated for the bigger challenge ahead. When you celebrate small wins, you build momentum. You remind yourself that progress is being made, and you strengthen your belief in your ability to achieve your larger goal. 8. Persistence as a habit. Persistence isn't just a mindset, it's a habit. Like any habit, persistence requires consistency and effort over time. The more you practice persistence, the easier it becomes. By committing to small daily actions, you gradually build the habit of persistence. To make persistence a habit, break your larger goals into smaller tasks and commit to taking action every day. Whether it's writing for 30 minutes a day, exercising for 15 minutes, or learning something new every day, these small actions compound over time, making persistence an integral part of your routine. Start small, stay consistent, and build the habit of persistence. Over time, you'll find that your ability to keep going, even when things are tough, becomes second nature. Persistence is the key to unlocking your potential and achieving lasting success. It's about continuing to take action, even in the face of setbacks, and staying focused on your long-term vision. By embracing failure as part of the journey, resisting the temptation for instant gratification, and building resilience, you can persist through any challenge that comes your way. In the next chapter, we'll explore how continuous learning and growth are essential for long-term success. The more you learn, adapt, and improve, the more you strengthen your ability to persist and achieve your goals. Chapter 12. Continuous Learning and Growth. Success is not a destination, it's a journey, and on that journey, the most important companion you can have is continuous learning. The world is constantly changing, and to stay relevant and achieve long-term success, you must commit to learning and growing every day. No matter how successful you become, there is always more to learn, new skills to acquire, and opportunities to grow. In this chapter, we'll explore why continuous learning is essential for personal and professional growth. We'll dive into how you can cultivate a mindset of lifelong learning, the benefits of constant growth, and practical strategies for making learning a part of your daily routine. The more you learn, the more you grow, and the more you grow, the more you open yourself to new possibilities. 1. The importance of lifelong learning. Lifelong learning is the practice of constantly developing new skills, acquiring knowledge, and expanding your abilities throughout your life. It's the recognition that learning doesn't end with school or formal education. It's a continuous process that happens every day. Whether you're in your 20s or 60s, the process of learning and growing should never stop. The world around us is evolving rapidly. New technologies, industries, and methodologies are constantly emerging. If you stop learning, you risk becoming irrelevant. But by embracing continuous learning, you stay adaptable, open to new ideas, and prepared for the future. Take Bill Gates, for example. Despite being one of the richest and most successful individuals in the world, Gates is known for his relentless pursuit of learning. He reads books constantly, absorbs new information, and stays curious. Gates believes that learning is a lifelong journey, and it's one that helps him maintain his edge and continue making an impact on the world. To succeed in today's fast-paced world, you must cultivate a mindset of lifelong learning. The more you embrace learning, the more you will be able to adapt to change, solve problems, and make better decisions. 2. The benefits of continuous learning. The benefits of continuous learning are far-reaching. Not only does it increase your knowledge and skills, but it also enhances your overall well-being, mindset, and personal growth. Here are a few key benefits. Increased adaptability. Continuous learning helps you stay adaptable to changes. The more you learn, the easier it is to adjust to new situations and challenges. Improved problem-solving skills. Learning new concepts and perspectives improves your ability to solve problems. It enhances your creativity and helps you approach challenges with a broader toolkit of solutions. Personal development. The process of learning promotes personal growth, helping you become more self-aware, confident, and resilient. Each new piece of knowledge you gain builds on the last, creating a sense of accomplishment and progress. Career advancement. In your professional life, learning new skills and gaining knowledge makes you more competitive and valuable in the workforce. It can open doors to new opportunities, promotions, or career shifts. Increased confidence. As you learn and master new skills, your confidence grows. You become more capable of handling challenges, making decisions, and taking on responsibilities. Continuous learning doesn't just improve your expertise, it enriches your life and keeps you motivated to keep moving forward. 3. Adopting a growth mindset. At the core of continuous learning is a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed with effort, practice, and perseverance. This mindset contrasts with a fixed mindset, where people believe their abilities are static and unchangeable. People with a growth mindset embrace challenges, persist in the face of setbacks, and view failure as an opportunity to learn and grow. They understand that intelligence and talent are not fixed traits. They can be cultivated over time through hard work and dedication. For example, Michael Jordan, often regarded as the greatest basketball player of all time, was not born with extraordinary skills. He was cut from his high school basketball team, and he faced numerous obstacles in his career. But Jordan's growth mindset, his belief that he could improve through hard work, enabled him to become a 6-time NBA champion and an icon in the sport. To develop a growth mindset, start by embracing challenges. Instead of avoiding difficult situations, see them as opportunities to learn. When you face setbacks, view them as stepping stones, not roadblocks. Understand that learning is a process, and every failure brings you closer to success. 4. The power of curiosity. Curiosity is the spark that drives learning. When you are curious, you naturally seek out new information, ask questions, and explore different perspectives. Curiosity helps you stay engaged in the learning process and motivates you to keep pushing yourself to discover new things. Cultivate curiosity by constantly asking why and how. Challenge yourself to dig deeper into topics that interest you, and don't be afraid to ask questions. Be open to new experiences and ideas and allow your curiosity to guide your journey of learning and discovery. Take Albert Einstein, for example. Einstein's curiosity about the universe and his ability to ask profound questions led to some of the most groundbreaking scientific discoveries in history. His relentless curiosity helped him make connections that others couldn't see, and it changed the way we understand the world. To develop curiosity, surround yourself with new experiences, read books on subjects you don't know much about, and engage in conversations that challenge your thinking. Let curiosity be the fuel that drives your learning. 5. Learning from failure. Failure is an inevitable part of life, but rather than seeing it as something to be avoided, embrace it as an essential part of the learning process. Every failure is an opportunity to grow and improve. When you fail, you have the chance to reflect on what went wrong, learn from the experience, and make adjustments for the future. Consider Thomas Edison again. He didn't see his failures as setbacks, instead he viewed them as necessary steps towards success. He famously said, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison learned from each of his failures and eventually succeeded in creating the light bulb. To learn from failure, take time to reflect on what went wrong. Identify the lessons you can take from the experience and apply those lessons moving forward. Failure is not the end, it's a valuable part of the learning journey. 6. How to make learning a daily habit. To cultivate continuous learning, you must make it a habit. Here are a few practical strategies for making learning a regular part of your life. Set aside time for learning. Dedicate a specific time each day to learning. Whether it's reading a book, taking an online course, or listening to a podcast, prioritize learning every day. Learn from different sources. Don't limit yourself to one source of information. Read books, watch documentaries, attend seminars, or have discussions with others. The more diverse your sources of learning, the broader your perspective will become. Keep a learning journal. Write down key takeaways from what you learn. This reinforces your learning and helps you remember important lessons. Teach others. One of the best ways to solidify your learning is by teaching others. When you explain concepts to someone else, you deepen your own understanding. Learning is a lifelong habit that must be intentionally cultivated. Make it a daily practice, and over time, you'll see the results in your personal growth, professional success, and overall well-being. 7. Staying adaptable and open to change. Continuous learning also requires adaptability. As the world changes, the information and skills you need to succeed evolve as well. By staying open to new ideas and approaches, you position yourself to take advantage of emerging opportunities. Elon Musk is a prime example of someone who stays open to new ideas and continuously learns. Musk has ventured into industries such as electric vehicles, space exploration, and renewable energy, all of which require him to learn new skills and adapt to rapidly changing technologies. His adaptability has allowed him to innovate and lead companies like Tesla and SpaceX to great success. To stay adaptable, commit to learning about new trends and technologies in your field. Don't be afraid to change course if necessary. Embrace new ideas and use them to your advantage. Continuous learning and growth are essential for success. The more you learn, the more you develop the skills and mindset needed to thrive in an ever-changing world. By cultivating a growth mindset, staying curious, learning from failure, and making learning a daily habit, you can unlock your potential and continue to grow, both personally and professionally. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to take your winning mindset and turn it into actionable steps toward achieving your dreams. Continuous learning is the foundation, but it's action that brings your dreams to life. Let's dive into how to turn that knowledge into real, tangible success. Chapter 13. The Winner's Mindset in Action. A winner's mindset is powerful. It shapes how you approach challenges, overcome obstacles, and achieve your goals. But a mindset alone is not enough. You need to put it into action. Action is the key that unlocks your potential, transforms your vision into reality, and leads to success. The true power of a winner's mindset lies in how you apply it to your everyday life, how you use your beliefs, confidence, persistence, and adaptability to create meaningful results. In this chapter, we'll explore how to take your winner's mindset and turn it into consistent, purposeful action. We'll break down how you can integrate the principles of a winning mindset into your daily routine, stay focused on your goals, and continuously move forward with clarity and purpose. The winner's mindset isn't something you just think about, it's something you live every day. 1. From mindset to action. The first step. Having a winning mindset means you believe in your ability to succeed, but belief alone doesn't lead to results. The first step in putting your mindset into action is setting clear, focused goals. Winners know what they want, why they want it, and how they plan to achieve it. Without this clarity, it's easy to get lost or distracted along the way. Take Serena Williams, for example. From a young age, Williams set clear goals for herself as a tennis player. She wanted to be the best, and everything she did, from training to nutrition to her mental preparation, was geared toward that goal. Williams didn't just believe in her potential, she set actionable goals and worked relentlessly toward them. To put your winner's mindset into action, start by setting clear, specific goals. Ask yourself, what do I want to achieve? Why is this important to me? What actions can I take today to move closer to this goal? When your goals are clear and aligned with your mindset, you're more likely to take consistent action toward them. 2. Taking bold, decisive action. A winner's mindset is not afraid of taking bold action. In fact, winners understand that hesitation is often their biggest obstacle. They know that taking decisive steps, even in the face of uncertainty, is what leads to progress. Waiting for the perfect moment, or for all the stars to align, often leads to inaction and missed opportunities. Consider Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin Group. Branson has made bold moves throughout his career, from starting Virgin Records to launching Virgin Airlines and Virgin Galactic. Each of these ventures involved significant risks and uncertainty, but Branson didn't hesitate. He took decisive action, trusting in his ability to adapt and learn as he went. To emulate a winner's mindset, take bold action. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Trust yourself to make decisions and take steps, even if the full path isn't clear. The key is to keep moving forward and trust that you'll learn and adjust as you go. 3. Staying consistent, despite challenges. Consistency is where most people fall short. They start strong, but when faced with setbacks, they lose momentum and give up. A winner's mindset understands that setbacks are part of the process, and persistence is what leads to success. It's about showing up every day, even when it feels tough, and continuing to put in the work, no matter how small the progress might seem. Take Elon Musk, who faced countless challenges in the early years of Tesla and SpaceX. Musk was so committed to his vision that he invested nearly all his personal wealth into his companies when they were on the brink of failure. He could have walked away, but his persistent action despite immense challenges led to his eventual success. Musk's consistency, combined with his visionary mindset, has helped him revolutionize the electric vehicle and space industries. To turn your mindset into action, commit to consistency. Even when faced with difficulties or setbacks, keep showing up. Make progress, no matter how small, every day. Persistence is the cornerstone of a winner's journey. 4. Leveraging adaptability to stay on track. Winners are not just persistent, they're also adaptable. The ability to adjust your approach in the face of changing circumstances is critical to success. As you take action toward your goals, things won't always go as planned. The key is to remain flexible and find new ways to achieve your desired outcome. Look at Steve Jobs, who was known for his adaptability. When the first Apple computer didn't achieve the success he had hoped for, Jobs didn't give up. He adapted, learned from the failure, and came back with new products like the iPhone and iPad that would change the tech world forever. Jobs' ability to pivot and adapt was a key part of his success. To put your winner's mindset into action, embrace adaptability. When faced with obstacles or changes, don't be afraid to adjust your approach. Being flexible and open to new solutions ensures that you stay on course toward your goals, no matter what challenges arise. 5. Learning from failure and adjusting your strategy. Failure is not something to fear, it's something to learn from. Winners don't let failure defeat them, they use it as a tool for growth. Every failure offers a lesson, and those who are willing to learn from their mistakes are the ones who ultimately succeed. Oprah Winfrey had her share of failures and setbacks. Early in her career, she was fired from a TV job and told she wasn't fit for television. But instead of letting that failure define her, Oprah used it as a stepping stone, learning from it and coming back even stronger. She adapted her approach, built her brand, and became a global media mogul. To apply your winner's mindset in action, view failure as feedback. When things don't go as planned, reflect on what went wrong and what you can learn from the experience. Use those lessons to adjust your strategy and continue moving forward. 6. Staying focused on the bigger picture. A winner's mindset isn't just about immediate results, it's about the bigger picture. Winners have a vision of where they want to go, and they keep that vision in mind even when they face setbacks. The process may be long, and progress may be slow, but staying focused on the long-term goal helps you stay motivated and committed to the journey. Walt Disney had a long-term vision of creating a family-friendly entertainment empire. Despite numerous rejections and financial challenges, he remained focused on his dream. He didn't let short-term obstacles prevent him from pursuing his bigger vision. Today, Disney is one of the most successful entertainment companies in the world. To put your mindset into action, stay focused on your long-term vision. When the going gets tough, remind yourself of why you started and keep your eyes on the ultimate goal. This larger vision will give you the motivation and determination to keep going. 7. Taking action with purpose. A winner's mindset is driven by purpose. Every action you take should align with your larger goals and vision. Purpose fuels motivation, helps you stay focused, and gives you a sense of direction. When you take purposeful action, you are more likely to stay committed and make meaningful progress toward your goals. Malala Yousafzai, the youngest ever Nobel Prize laureate, has taken purposeful action throughout her life. After surviving a targeted attack by the Taliban, Malala continued to advocate for girls' education worldwide. Her purpose, to ensure every girl has access to education, has fueled her mission and driven her to take action, even in the face of danger. To put your winner's mindset into action, identify your purpose. Understand why you are pursuing your goals and let that purpose drive every decision you make. When your actions are aligned with your purpose, you'll stay motivated and focused, no matter the challenges. A winner's mindset is not just about thinking positively or having a vision, it's about turning that mindset into action. It's about setting clear goals, taking bold and consistent action, embracing failure as a lesson, and staying focused on the bigger picture. By putting your winning mindset into action, you create momentum, overcome obstacles, and move closer to your dreams. Remember, success doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of consistent effort, resilience, and the courage to keep moving forward. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to maintain your drive and keep your momentum going, even when you've reached your goals and are ready to take on new challenges. Conclusion: becoming a winner every day. Success is not a singular event, it's a daily commitment to growth, perseverance, and action. The mindset of a winner is not just about achieving one great thing, but about making small, intentional decisions every day that align with your goals and values. Becoming a winner is a process, a way of living, and a mindset that you cultivate every single day. It's about showing up, taking action, learning from your experiences, and remaining persistent no matter what. In this final chapter, we'll summarize the key takeaways from this book and reflect on how you can apply these principles in your own life. The journey to becoming a winner is ongoing, and every day presents an opportunity to practice and strengthen the mindset that leads to success. 1. Embrace the power of your mindset. Everything begins with your mindset. The way you think influences how you approach challenges, setbacks, and opportunities. A winner's mindset is built on the belief that you are capable of achieving greatness. It's not just about being positive, it's about being proactive, resilient, and focused on your goals. Remember, a growth mindset is crucial. It allows you to see challenges as opportunities for learning, not obstacles. Instead of thinking, "I can't do this," think, "I can learn how to do this." This simple shift in thinking opens up endless possibilities and helps you take on challenges with a sense of optimism and determination. As you move forward, always remind yourself of the power of your mindset. Choose thoughts that empower you, focus on solutions, and keep your eyes on your long-term goals. Your mindset is the foundation of everything you do, so make it your strongest asset. 2. Take consistent, bold action. Action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. A winner's mindset alone is not enough. You must take consistent, decisive action toward your goals. The key to success is not waiting for the perfect time or perfect plan. It's about taking action, even if you're uncertain, and learning from each step you take. Whether it's making a phone call, sending an email, learning a new skill, or taking the first step toward your goal, every action counts. And remember, bold action doesn't mean being reckless. It means taking the necessary risks to move forward, trusting in your ability to handle whatever challenges arise. Don't be afraid of taking the wrong step. Every step, even a misstep, brings valuable lessons. Consistent action, combined with a willingness to learn and adapt, will keep you on the path to success. 3. Develop resilience and learn from failure. One of the most important qualities of a winner is resilience, the ability to bounce back from failure, setbacks, and challenges. Life is full of obstacles, but winners don't let them define their journey. Instead, they view failure as a stepping stone to success. Each failure teaches you something valuable and brings you closer to your goal if you approach it with the right mindset. Look at Oprah Winfrey, who faced rejection after rejection and overcame immense personal struggles to become one of the most influential women in the world. Or Walt Disney, who was told he lacked creativity but persevered to create a global entertainment empire. Their stories remind us that resilience and learning from failure are crucial to long-term success. Embrace failure as an inevitable part of your journey. When you stumble, don't view it as a sign to quit. Instead, use it as an opportunity to reflect, adjust, and keep moving forward. Resilience is built through continuous effort, and it is one of the most important factors in achieving lasting success. 4. Stay adaptable in a changing world. The world is always changing. New technologies, industries, and opportunities are emerging every day. A winner's mindset requires you to stay adaptable, open to new ideas, and ready to pivot when necessary. The most successful people are those who not only embrace change but seek it out as a way to grow and improve. Being adaptable means you are not married to a single path or strategy. If one approach doesn't work, you try another. The ability to adapt and remain flexible is a key trait of successful individuals and organizations. Look at Elon Musk, who built SpaceX and Tesla by continuously adapting to new challenges and opportunities. Or Jeff Bezos, who revolutionized retail by adapting to the digital world. To become a winner every day, stay curious, embrace new technologies and ideas, and always be willing to learn and adapt. The world is changing fast, and those who can adapt to these changes will continue to thrive. 5. Commit to lifelong learning. Continuous learning is not just about acquiring knowledge, it's about improving yourself and evolving to meet the demands of the future. Lifelong learning helps you stay relevant, competitive, and open to new opportunities. It strengthens your resilience, boosts your confidence, and allows you to grow both personally and professionally. Take the example of Bill Gates, who has made lifelong learning a priority. Despite being one of the wealthiest individuals in the world, Gates continues to read extensively, learn about new developments in technology, and seek out new challenges. He believes that the more you learn, the more you can accomplish. To become a winner, commit to lifelong learning. Read books, attend workshops, seek out mentors, and constantly look for ways to improve yourself. By doing so, you'll stay ahead of the curve, keep your mind sharp, and unlock new possibilities for your future. 6. Focus on the process, not just the outcome. While it's important to have goals and a vision for the future, success isn't just about the outcome, it's about the process. Winners focus on the steps they need to take each day to move closer to their goals, not just the end result. They understand that the journey is just as important as the destination and that success is built on consistent effort and perseverance. For instance, Michael Jordan didn't just focus on winning championships. He focused on improving his skills every day, training harder, and pushing himself to be better. His commitment to the process, even when he wasn't winning, made him one of the greatest athletes of all time. Focus on the process, the daily habits, the small wins, the continuous improvement. These are the building blocks of long-term success. When you embrace the journey, success becomes inevitable. 7. Take responsibility for your success. A winner's mindset involves taking full responsibility for your actions, outcomes, and growth. Winners don't blame others or external circumstances for their failures. They own their mistakes, learn from them, and use them as stepping stones towards success. They understand that they are the ones in control of their journey. When you take responsibility, you empower yourself to make changes, improve your situation, and create the life you want. You stop waiting for circumstances to align and start taking ownership of your future. 8. Celebrate your wins and reflect on your growth. While it's important to stay focused on your goals, it's equally important to celebrate your successes along the way. Celebrating small wins keeps you motivated, reinforces positive behaviors, and reminds you of how far you've come. At the same time, take time to reflect on your growth, acknowledge your progress, and appreciate the journey you've taken. Success is built on daily actions, and every small victory is an achievement worth celebrating. Recognizing your growth boosts your confidence and encourages you to keep going, even when the path gets tough. Becoming a winner is not about waiting for success to find you, it's about taking daily action, learning from your experiences, and staying committed to your goals. It's about embracing challenges, cultivating a growth mindset, and using your strengths to move forward. The winner's mindset isn't something you just adopt once and forget about. It's something you practice every day. By focusing on continuous learning, building resilience, adapting to change, and staying persistent in your efforts, you can become a winner in every area of your life. As you move forward, remember that success is not a destination, it's a journey. And the journey to success begins with the mindset you choose to adopt every day. Keep moving forward, embrace challenges, and take bold action with confidence. You are capable of achieving greatness, and the winner's mindset will guide you every step of the way.